New in DragonFrame 4.2 in the motion control workspace, we've added a thing called an adjustment layer. And this is a layer that basically creates a new sort of virtual axis that will affect the axis that you attach it to. So it's a way to augment program you already have. So I'll show you how it works. I've got a move that I've already shot. It's very simple. It's just a push in here on this little character. I'm using virtual axes to do it. I'm going to take the north-south and isolate it here on the screen. So I'll turn off focus there as well. So now you see that north-south is a nice even slope. But I'm going to try to do a thing where we put a adjustment layer on it and make it look like it's sort of lumbering, almost like a walk, like up and down as we move towards the girl. So maybe make it look like it's a walk or something. I'm not sure how it'll turn out, but we'll just give it a try. So we'll take the north-south and bring it to the top just so it's easy to see here. And then go to its menu here and say add adjustment layer. And there it is. Well, we're not seeing it right now because we have north-south soloed, so we'll have to hit the solo button on that. And you see we've got this straight line. And the straight line represents 0, meaning nothing is happening here. There's a keyframe put at the beginning over here that's holding it at this 0 position. But watch this. If I put another keyframe over here, let's see. I'll put the key by hitting this button. That puts a key at 0. Okay, if I double click out here on this adjustment line, watch what happens if I grab it, hold the option key, and lift up a little bit. You'll see I'm actually lifting the entire north-south just a touch. I'm pulling it away from the gray line, which is its real program, and I'm giving it a new path. You could do a few different things with this. You could use it to maybe make subtle adjustments to a shot that's already been approved and you just need to change a couple little things and you don't want to mess with it too much. You could use this adjustment layer, and if it's not working right, you can just turn it off and you won't mess up your approved move. In fact, I can go over here and lock the north-south just to make sure that we don't bump it. Okay, now I mentioned sort of a lumbering up and down, so I'm going to see if I can kind of eyeball a sort of up and down. I'm just going to put a bunch of keys here kind of randomly. So let's just see what happens. I'm going to upload the move. Let's go ahead and shoot this as a test. Just see what happens. Okay, I'll hit playback on that. Yeah, you can see we almost have a feeling of like a walk. It's a bit drastic. And the one at the end almost doesn't fit because we're slowing down so much. So I think on the last one, maybe I'll delete that guy. And yeah, something like this. Okay. I also felt it was overall maybe a bit too much. So check this out. I could either go along and adjust all the keys, and maybe, we had something with even more keys, or we can do another little trick we've added to the adjustment layer. So this button that looks like a volume control, you turn that on, and now you have an editing area that you can sort of affect the volume or the amount of this curve. So this program is very similar to the DMX, where you have these little keys that you can move around. So I'll just use the one key. I'm going to bring the cursor, hover it below, and I'm going to work backwards. And if you watch the orange curve. You see, as I'm dialing the amount down, I can subtly bring down the effect of this whole adjustment. So now we have it down to what is it saying, like 60%, 58%. And we'll upload it again. Okay, so let's see what that looks like. It's a little bit less than the last time. All right, and let's try one more. We'll take it way down. How about down to just a whisper? Let's take it down to 20%. We'll upload the move and try it again. Okay, let's see what 20% of that effect looks like. You see, it's very subtle. So that's the adjustment layer, and if you ever want to just go ahead and turn it off, you can turn off the power of it right there. If there's too many things to look at on the screen, go ahead and hide it when you're looking at the other parts of your move. You don't have to be looking at it. The way that I made keys was just by drawing them, but there's another way you can make keys, which is by driving. So if I go to a certain point and drive there. So let's say we go to this spot in the move. Just drive all the motors there. Go to live. Okay, let's say from here I wanted to make sure I cleared her head at this point with north-south. I could do that, and then on the adjustment layer, hit the make a key. And what that does is it sets a key that pulls the north-south axis the amount we need to clear the head. So if you want to go ahead and drive to positions, maybe you're correcting for a composition or whatever you're doing to move it the amount you want to with the motors, it will make the key the correct amount of offset that you need to get to where you want to go. If you look at what we've done to this north-south, it's very, very subtle curves that we've put in here that would be difficult to do if we just tried to program it right on the original north-south axis. So that's adjustment layers. Give it a shot, play with it, and see what you can do with them.